All right, so let's see what's in the box. Of course, you might be thinking, of course, it's Lego. It says on the outside there's Lego blocks inside. No, this is a set that I bought, or I got gifted by Santa Claus or something millions of years ago. But I always kept this one because it opens like a shoebox. So you can reclose it for one particular reason, to keep all my other manuals in it. Kind of like a book holder. Now, these aren't all the manuals I've ever had, of course, but up to a certain point, it is. And also it's a mace for some reason. Puka shells. And, all right, so let's see what we got. We got mega blocks. Now, I might go through this one a little bit later in detail. I just want to show what's in the box first. I got, you can create all kinds of robots. You know I bought this for the robots. It's like every one of these is gonna be upside down, isn't it? Exoforce. I really liked Exoforce. I just thought they were really creative little robots. Plus, I like robots. Very anime looking, inspired. Evidently, I kept the covers to some of the things. That was like the first time we had ninjas, really. It was before we even had Ninjago. So it was 1998. The Lego Star Wars set. That was back whenever they still used yellow for skin. Even though later on they did divert back to what the actual Star Wars characters' skin colors were. Oh, yes. I remember having this set. I think I bought it for the motorcycle. See, when I was a kid, I didn't buy things because I wanted to build what they built. I wanted to build what I had in my mind. I was like, I could use that piece and I can use... I bought it basically for the parts. I was much more creative at that point. See, we have all these happy faces. This is before they got to be menacing back in the 90s. So we got the catapult set. One of the space sets that I had. I remember I bought this one especially because, well, it looks like a robot. It's just the cover to the Shell Station. I liked a lot of the pieces in that. A pickup to pick up those cars. Or it's a... You have your basic set, which I always like basic sets because you get a lot of basic pieces. You can make whatever you want to make. I really enjoy those. I definitely remember I built something different out of this. Back then, they used to show you other things you can build as well. They would try to give you ideas. There's one of the space sets with a tiny little robot. This is a totally different Lego set, or not even remotely. I don't think this worked with Legos. It was educational toy. It didn't even have a name. All right, we have another space set. Now there might be a double in some of these because I really like some of the pieces, like those fat wheels. The computer console. I like to mix things with the castles. Oh my gosh, it's amazing how we make fun of the Dollar General or Dollar Tree stuff, but I mean, look, that Dollar Tree stuff's just copying the 70s and 80s stuff. Oh yes, little race car, it could. There's a lot of pieces of this were very useful. And more of the Shell Station cut out from the box. Yes, I had Fabuland. They don't have the names on them, but I guess maybe they didn't have names. I definitely remember enjoying making that little forklift thing, or whatever you want to call it. Bucket lift. Tyco's Super Blocks were compatible with Lego, but they did other things that Lego didn't. Like there was a few I had that were robots. And more of the Shell Station. The little peasant cart. Tyco Super Blocks again. Tyco, I think, was the first bootleg Legos that I can remember. People think Mega was the first, but I don't think so. I definitely enjoyed building that tube right there, the hollow metal tube with wings on it. Oh, here's one of the Legoland things I might go through on a video all by itself. Let me put it to the other side. And it probably had a duplicate of it. It's hard to tell sometimes. And another duplicate. And see, I told you I sometimes buy two of the same set because I liked some of the pieces on it. I might have wanted the arms of that to put two arms on something and make like a walking robot or something like that with arms. Now, this was the first Lego set I ever bought and didn't say, I can use the pieces for something else. I built it just like it was for the first time in my life. I never did that. I always built whatever I wanted to build using those pieces. But I was just so impressed with this set. I like Robin Hood. I actually lived in a place called Sherwood on the Lake. And of course, Meanie is going to be curious and get into the video. Meanie, you're already popular. You don't need to be in this video. Of course, it might get 13,000 likes if you do. He's off. He doesn't want to help me make any better videos. All right. You didn't see the cat. He was on my table. All right. You got Technic. I like these little figures. I still have that one. I still have the vehicle, actually. Yep. Look at that little police vehicle. See, here's what I'm talking about. The Tyco robot blocks, robo blocks. It's a pretty ugly robot. Yes, that's true. I think that one turned into this. Here's the one I liked even more, though. This was Bloxar. That was Blox Blaster. This one's Bloxar. Guess what he turns into? Look on the back. Now really take a guess. And yes, you didn't have to rebuild him. You just folded him down into where he was making it into a helicopter, basically. So, and another Technic set. I did build something like that, but I made it like a dump truck kind of thing. And it became a leg to one of the robots I was working on, a combiner. We have a little jet ski. I like jet skis. I had a jet ski when I was a kid. Here is just the keep out set. Oh, I love that helmet. That's probably the reason I bought that set. Oh, I love the Aquanauts. They were such a great series. Mania magazine. That's a little tiny for a magazine. Might just show that one in a different video. Just go through it. A puka shell. Oh, now this was actually a very, very good build. I liked how the propellers like folded and everything. That was really interesting. Very creative. And another catalog or something. I had the red spider. Well, anyway, so that was what I had up to that point. And I had more probably, but I just didn't always put them in there. So if you want me to make a video going through any of these, let me know down below.